So I'm going to talk to you about some of the big mistakes that I see a lot of investors and a lot of business owners make when it comes to the world of investing in wealth creation and business. Big mistake number one is that a lot of business owners I meet, and I work with thousands over the years, they have all their wealth and their income tied up in their business. They might have their own home, great, but then everything else is tied up in their business. Can anyone relate to that at this point in time? Like everything's stuck in there. Can anyone relate to that? Yeah, and that might be great for moving the business along, but what if something goes wrong? What if there's a health challenge? What if there's a personal challenge? What if the market shifts? What if the economy changes? Then what? And how are you going to create an exit plan from that? The second big mistake I see a lot of people make is that their business is not saleable. So when I think about a business, I think about people have two types of businesses. They either have an ATM or they have an asset. An asset becomes a saleable opportunity. An ATM is just a cash flow machine. And as business owners, you've got to be very, very honest around what you're running. Is it an asset or an ATM? Because how you approach business is going to be very, very different based on that. Now, with an asset, the beautiful thing about it is that you have the opportunity to be able to build something and you can create a saleable outcome out of it later on. But is that always guaranteed? Yes or no? No, it's not. Who's known a lot of business owners that they have the idea they want to sell a business, or even maybe as yourself, but when you get to the point of doing it, it's really not that easy. Has anyone had that experience or know someone's had that? Right. And so what you want to make sure that you do is that from the profits that you're earning from your business, you want to make sure that you're building your personal wealth so you have an exit plan from your business when you want it and when you need it, and you've got that backup plan sitting there. Because so much shit can go wrong when it comes to the world of business. Can that make sense, everyone? Who's had the proverbial shit happen in their business at one point in time? Has anyone had that? I know I have, on multiple occasions. Big mistake number 3. Builders are busy building other people's wealth, but neglecting their own. Who's had that experience? Yeah, so who's had the experience, you've built this development, you've done this house, you've done this thing, and this other person over there, the bastard, has made shitloads of money, and you're sitting there going, I wish I did that. Has anyone done that before? Right, who's had that happen on multiple occasions? Is that pissing you off yet? Good, I'm glad. It should do. I wanted to get you guys pissed off. You've got to do something about it. It's really, really critical. So you can't neglect your own wealth. Here's a quick question for you. When do most people get to thinking about their money and their finances, their wealth building? When do most people get to even considering it? Right, your age. When it's tax time, when there's a bill to pay, when there's an emergency, or when it's too late. Is anyone guilty of any of those 4 things? And I understand why, because we've got so much going on. With business, it takes everything, and then family, and then life, and all the different things. It can be easy just to put the money conversation aside and the personal wealth conversation aside, is I'll get to it one day when. And we know those one day whens, right? One day when the kids grow up, one day when my partner becomes more supportive, one day when the economy changes, one day when this industry turns around, one day when interest rates drop, one day when I pay my home off, one day when this happens. And that one day when just never ever seems to arrive. And basically, money and wealth just keeps on keeping on at the same level that it's always been. And frankly, you guys deserve more, right? I know what goes into running business. You guys deserve more. So the question you've really got to ask yourself right now is your business and personal wealth giving you the freedom and the lifestyle you desire? And that's a question you've got to ask for yourself. It's a clear yes or it's a clear no, right? And if it's a clear no, if it's a clear yes, congratulations, that's incredible, right? You've created financial freedom, something a few people ever do. If it's a clear no, then call it as an action sign. Okay, I need to start doing something about this and put some intention and attention towards it. Business is your greatest accelerator of freedom, no doubt about it, right? Especially those you guys are implementing the systems that APB guys teach you guys. You see your revenues increase, you see your margins get better. It's your greatest accelerator to your wealth. There's no doubt about it. But it depends on how you use it. Again, if it's all just tied up in the business, that's great for the business. But what about your personal wealth? And so you've got to actually start using all of your assets in your life to be able to create that type of outcome. As I said, do you have an asset or do you have an ATM? That's the decision you've got to make in your business. Like, honestly, right now, who has an ATM? Who thinks their business right now is an ATM? It's just a cash flow machine. If you went to sell it, you're probably not going to get much for it. Like, is anyone in that boat right now? Okay, who knows they have an asset? Okay, there's 4 hands in the room up. Do you think that's normal when it comes to business? It's normal. Most people have ATMs as opposed to assets. Right? Now, you might be building yours towards an asset. That's great. But in the meantime, you've got to use your ATM to be able to start doing something with it. The way I think about it is that you're running 3 businesses, right? You have your personal wealth business, which is you and your personal life, right? Your home, your personal finances, all that type of stuff to running your life. You have your business that you guys are running right now in the world of development, construction, all that type of stuff. And then you have your portfolio business. How are you running like a family office for your personal wealth? How are you actually running a business for your money and your wealth building? Now, again, most people are not, but this is the way we've got to start thinking about it. Now, on 3 different separate businesses, that's great. The real beauty and the majesty is when we combine this together. Now, this doesn't mean it's all mixed up and everything like that. Your structure is absolutely essential. But how can we turn these 3 businesses into a system, into your world that creates wealth to build you more time, more money, more freedom, lifestyle, opportunity, and meaning? Who wants some more of those type of words on that's the right-hand side of the screen? Does anyone want some more of those type of words? 3 of you. What about the rest of you? You don't care? Right, okay. So here's what the end goal is, what I believe, right? Align your business and finances to grow a sustainable, diversified portfolio of quality assets which deliver a consistent and reliable income stream into your bank account to fund the lifestyle you desire. Who likes the idea of that as a definition of building wealth, investing, and things like that, right? And that's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about a system to be able to deliver it where you can just follow the path, put one foot in front of the other and follow the path along the way. Because your system determines your success. The question is, how is yours working for you at this point in time, right? You've got a personal finance system. You've got your business system, which you're working with these guys to improve and actually grow. And then you've got to talk about your wealth system. How is that working for you at this point? Now, I want to introduce you along the way today about the wealth system that I've been developing for about 20 years now, right? Now, there's a lot that goes into this. And I'm not going to be diving into every little area because honestly, this will take me about 5 days to fully unpack in a lot of detail. And I do that with a lot of my investors, a lot of my clients. But I wanted to give you an overarching view and understanding of what truly goes into a wealth system. And as you're listening to some of these elements, I want you to think about, well, where in this do I need to actually start spending some time and putting a little bit more attention and intention to be able to grow my wealth? If you're ready to take the next step in your journey, come and follow me on Instagram at todd.polke. Send me a direct message saying 100K and you will unlock my exclusive free training video where I'll reveal the insider strategies on how to grow your wealth and achieve lasting financial independence. Thanks for tuning in and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.